Hey Sandwich Generation buddies, Anne Marie here again, and I just wanted to chat with you real quick about isolation and guilt. And those are two things that you usually think of on the parental side, right? We're stuck in the middle, and you think about the guilt of, I'm not doing enough for my parents, I'm not taking care of them enough, things are slipping through the cracks even though I'm doing that. It's all incredibly stressful, right? So we always think about that end, and double especially if you're trying to take care of them at home, and the whole reason you're not moving to senior living is because you're feeling guilty, right? You think if you put them there, you're just putting them away in a home, and so that negates everything and all the hard work you've done, and that's just not true. But today, actually, we want to talk about the other side of the coin, and this is kind of the forgotten people, and that is your spouse, your significant other, maybe even your kids, but they're kind of on the other end of the sandwich. But here in the middle with you, there's usually someone else around. There's usually a husband and wife. You usually have a partner going through life, even if it's your best friend. And whoever that ride or die person is in your life, that's the person that you're isolating from as well. And when you think about the guilt of not taking care of your parents, are you also feeling guilty because you're neglecting your relationship at home? And I know every family is different. I know every senior is definitely different in their opinions, but just common thread wise, most people neglect the spouse end of things to take care of the parents. And if you think about that, let's just sit back. Okay, we're just going to sit back and think about this now. When you're sitting back and thinking about it logically and pull all the emotion out, which is super easy to do when it's someone else, but not so much ourselves. When you're sitting back and thinking, that's not how relationships are supposed to work. That's not even how it's supposed to work with your parents. Whenever you leave your family home, in your 20s or 30s or teens or whatever it was, and then you move on to a new relationship and you start a new family, of course you always want to love and honor and cherish your parents and do right by them. I'm not saying that, but I am saying that it is okay. It is more than okay to do things for your spouse and to let them remember that you're there for them too. And a lot of times those significant others try to help us, and we're so stressed we just push it away. Let's say you're a husband and it's your mom. It's more likely that you're going to think about and hear about things like care and senior living from your spouse. And one of our knee-jerk reactions is to say, no, we're not doing that. We're not taking care of mom that way. We're not putting mom in a home. She's not your mother. You don't understand. Back off. That happens more times than you can ever imagine. But think about it. You have to be able to keep your core family intact. And there are ways to do it. There are things, resources. You can reach out to me anytime. I'm happy to talk about it. Double, especially if you're here in the DFW with me, because that's really the area I know. But just think about that today. Sit back and think about this logically. Your parents or your grandparents over here, they're dealing with a different part of their lives now. And whenever they were in the middle, like you are now, they had to prioritize those things, or they could have done things like lost a spouse over it, gotten divorced, gotten separated. Stress brings out the absolute worst in people. Double, especially whenever you start getting nervous that, someone could die. I mean, let's just be right out front with it. It's all stressful. So today I'm saying, hug your loved one, hug your significant other, tell them how much you appreciate them, and maybe just every now and then you could listen to what they might be trying to feed you to see if that's something that might be able to help the whole family run more smoothly. Okay, done off my soapbox. Give me a call, shoot me an email, all my contact information's below, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.